Okay, so we're down at the hive and we're beginning to see some progress in comb building. What I need to see though is evidence of the queen, and so far I'm not seeing that. But I am seeing evidence of comb building. I'm seeing some pollen going into the hive, and I'm seeing eggs. So I know my queen has been here in the last 3 days or so. I am a little bit concerned though about the number of dead bees I'm seeing in the bottom of the hive. So that is a little worrying. But as inspections go, it's not the worst. There's my smoke. Also need to smoke myself, because sometimes they don't like certain smells. But look at all this lovely yellow pollen that's been brought in. Now, I watched something on YouTube the other day there by David Burns, who timed a worker bee on how long it took her to actually leave the hive and return, and he clocked it at around 7 minutes. I don't want to keep the hive open too long. Let's have a look at this. So there's a lot of dead bees on these frames, which is concerning. But there is also at least some activity in terms of building comb. At least in terms of the brood comb here in the centre. And I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but I do see them beginning to build comb. There's the queen. Nope, not the queen. Comments in the comment section if you guys actually see where my queen is. Okay. I'm actually quite pleased with what I'm seeing, because these guys seem to be building comb. Plenty of activity with the feeder. Plenty of activity. You can actually feel the heat on your fingers as you actually go through the hive, because there's a fair bit of heat being generated by the bees themselves. What have we got in this frame? Not a whole lot, but we're still at very early days here with the hive. Now let's go and put this back in. There we go, that gives them something extra to eat. And I don't know what you are, but you are not one of my guys. Overall though, this is actually looking good. Now I need that in here. There we go. Okay, still very early days for the hive, but we are making some real progress. And we are starting to see pollen coming in, which is a very, very good sign. We also saw eggs. All in all, a fairly successful trip to the hive.